Alright guys, a subscriber sent a comment to me last night. It said that he wanted to see more cold starts and kind of see what was going on. And I can't remember his name right now because my internet's down. I saw his comment on my phone and I can't bring it back up. But anyway, living in North Carolina and it being in July, it's hard to do cold starts. And I don't really do cold starts because North Carolina's weather don't get that cold. But I've done a few first starts, like in a long time. And for you old Boy Scouts out there, you know that from the fire triangle, you needed air, fuel, and heat to make a fire. So on the automotive side, usually, or I think it's oxygen. But anyways, on the automotive side, oxygen is plentiful. Your fuel is gas, and your heat is spark. So if you've got gas and spark, you're usually going to have ignition. But anyhow, for this guy's comment, man, since I'm cutting the grass out here, which I hadn't had to do very often this year because of lack of rain, which is a good thing for me anyway, as far as cutting grass goes. But I'm going to move this old truck, which hasn't been cranked up in a couple of weeks. And I'm going to pump the gas one time. If it's got any fuel in the bowl, it'll crank. But if not, then we'll have to turn it over and then pump it. But here you go. Alright, so got some gas to the carburetor probably by now, so pump it a couple times. And there you go. That's something that has run in a recent little bit. Now if you got something that hasn't run in quite some time, then you might have to pour a little bit of fuel in the carburetor. It just depends on the proximity to fuel tank to carburetor. And since this truck's got the fuel tank behind the seat, it's not very far from the carburetor, so it doesn't take long for a mechanical fuel pump to pump it up. Plus it hasn't been that long since it's ran, so those things together means that it don't take long to get it fired up. But if it's been something that's been sitting for a long time, a little bit of gas down the carburetor will get the motor turning over enough to pump the fuel pump enough to get gas from the tank. But that's a clue to any of you guys that want to do a start on something that ain't cranked in a while. And then if it's been a long time, you want to use an external source of gas because the gas in the tank is probably bad and it's probably full of crap. But anyhow, if you really want to know about those kind of things, Musty One or Jonathan W., those guys, they do a lot of first starts on stuff that hasn't been cranked in decades. So check their channels out and you'll see some really cool stuff about how to start some stuff that ain't been cranked in a long time. But anyhow, for my subscriber whose name slips me right now, that was a first start in a couple of weeks. But don't have any cold starts right now because it's July and it really don't get that cold in North Carolina to do a real cold start, but there you go. Alright, I guess today we're going to try to crank this old C65 up. This thing was last run in April of 2013. Well, maybe a little past. No, it was April 2013. So we need to get it cranked up and moved because we got the whole field blocked up here. So get a battery in here, some fresh gas, and see what we can do. We got a battery in it. Couldn't find a fuel line to hook up a temporary line to the tank, so we're gonna try. Alright, we dumped a little gas in the carb. Try this again. Alright, she ain't picking no gas up.